Welcome to Wisdom Flow Yoga Pranayama practices. In this clip, we talk about Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is the breath that we use during the asanas. And it supports the asanas for two reasons. One is there's a constant low-level engagement of the core muscles during Ujjayi breath. And that core engagement supports the body through the rigorous movements. The other benefit is that there is a resonant sound to the breath, which helps to keep the mind focused in the present moment. That resonant sound comes from a slight toning of the top of the throat, so that as we drink the air in and out the nose, it collects at the top of the throat and creates a hissing sound as we draw it down. That gentle toning of the top of the throat also causes the air to heat up as it collects at the top of the throat. So as we drink it into our lungs, it's a warming breath, which helps us become more fluid as we move through the asanas. So unlike the other breathing practices, such as natural breath or Nadi Shodhana, sun-moon breath, in Ujjayi breath, we don't let the belly distend on inhale. Instead, on the inhale, the expansion comes more from the side ribs flaring out and the upper chest rising and expanding. On the exhale of Ujjayi breath, the chest will compress and the side ribs squeeze in. And then at the very bottom of the exhale, we take the navel and draw it in and up. So we're giving muscular support to the diaphragm as it presses into the underside of the lungs to expel the last bit of air. The Uddiyana Bandha action also helps reestablish that core strength that is supporting the body through the asana movement. So let's do a couple of rounds of Ujjayi breathing so you can hear the sound and perhaps see some of the mechanics of the body as I breathe, particularly the flare of the side ribs and the lift of the upper chest on the inhale, and then their gentle squeezing on the exhale, followed by the navel pulling in and up. Okay, here we go, Ujjayi breathing. Now it's important to note that the sound that you hear doesn't come at all from the nose. If we have the nostrils flaring and feel that sort of dragon breath coming through the nose, which would sound like this, then we're not really getting the subtle benefits of Ujjayi breath. It's very important in Ujjayi breath that the root of the tongue be relaxed and soft. The back of the teeth are separate. And ultimately, the tip of the tongue rests gently behind the top front teeth, just barely touching the gums right at the top of the back of your front teeth. And that curl up of the tip of the tongue helps the root of the tongue drop. So there's this spaciousness in your mouth, as if you were tasting fine wine and letting it collect underneath your tongue. Yeah. And that softness in the jaw is what allows the spacious openness of the neck and the back of the throat. So heart and head energies can be in alignment. There's a bridge between that's open, and there's a harmony between heart and head as we flow. That's a subtlety of Ujjayi breath that often isn't recognized even by longtime practitioners. So you can try it out. So we'll go again, a couple more rounds, just to see the mechanics and hear the sound. And remember, it's coming from a gentle closing of the top of the throat. It's not restriction, it's a gentle toning. And the sound is warming, and the sound helps the mind focus. And the mechanics are more of a flare of the side ribs and upper chest on the inhale, and a very distinct drawing back and up of the navel on each exhale. Okay, here we go. Couple more rounds of Ujjayi breath. Okay, it's good to practice Ujjayi breath in just a seated position if you want to develop a stronger awareness of some of these subtleties. And then they'll be more present with you as you take them into your asana practice.